everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. That's right. I had a butt pucker moment. I thought I was going to have to pull out my thing that goes boom. Please, don't do this. To find out what I'm talking about, of course, you got to hang around. Of course. You know what we got to do before we get to today's subject. And it is a subject, I'm telling you. I was ready. I was absolutely ready. And I'll explain that here in a bit. If I told you right off the bat, you wouldn't hang around for anything else. I know y'all. Continuing with the Walking Dead episode of the women from the Walking Dead that I would like to date. Now here's the funny one. Look at this, guys, right here. I had her name taped right there, and I guess the wind caught it or something. And but I remember her name. Lynn Collins. She's not like a full-time Walking Dead person. She's appeared on some episodes, but what a beautiful, beautiful woman. Look at her right here. Wow, that's a beautiful woman. Me like her a lot. She is gorgeous, and she's from Houston, Texas. A woman after my own heart. Look at her, man. Golly, I can show you again right here. See her? Beautiful, beautiful, and my age-ish. Yeah. She's been in a lot of movies, like a lot of them have. I've never noticed her until The Walking Dead, or may have, but she looks a little different with darker hair, just all kind of different things. And, yeah, me like her a lot. Can almost start stalking her. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that, kinda. But yeah, Lynn Collins. Beautiful woman. Of course, our first date would be to the range, where we play with things that go boom. Something this episode is about. And then I'm going to try to talk you into getting my creepy my creepy van. I have a bag full of candy. And go do a Forgotten Angel camp out with me. It'll be awesome. It's for charity. And so if anybody that knows anybody, get a hold of somebody out of Shift Gear, you notice that? That might know somebody, that producer of The Walking Dead, or anybody that knows someone that could get a hold of anybody that might know someone that knows Lynn Collins. Tell her my email is 9millsonTwoWheels@gmail.com. It's also listed in the read more part of the description. Check it out. Send me an email, and I will definitely return your email. What a beautiful woman. Yes, I'm going to go see Tweety. You won't see Tweety unless I see Tweety. But that's where I'm going, and then I'm going to go for another ride. I think I'll go away. I ain't gone in a while. So hang on to your butts. Speaking of Forgotten Angels, getting into my van. Don't forget, there's a link in the description where you can go to the Forgotten Angels website, their Facebook page, all kind of stuff. Get you some raffle tickets so you can help out, and you might win a motorcycle. You just never know. You might win a motorcycle. They give away motorcycles all the time for a $25 raffle ticket. Simple as that. Or sign up for Harness. Harness is awesome. It just rounds up the purchases that you make, the spare change that you make with you. What is the parade here? The purchases that you make with your debit card, and gives up that rounded up portion to Forgotten Angels. And you're automatically entered in all the giveaways. Automatically. It's a win-win deal. It's like you don't even notice it. It's the best way, I think. And you can make donations on Harness, just like if you want to say, okay, toss them $50, you can do that on Harness, that kind of thing. From what I understand, I don't do it. I let it round up my change, and I donate that way. I think I'll go. Ha ha! Truck! What is the damn traffic? What the shit? Also, while you're down there, check out Shay Lacey's channel and Shade Tree Surge's channel. Also linked down there in the description. They will have the latest motorcycle giveaway on their channel. If you, by the way, if you're new, and welcome aboard. Seems like, you know, it's just, you know, I don't grow fast, but it does do it steadily growing. So if you're new, welcome aboard. If you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe is the dumbest thing that YouTube does, because in my mind, because I'm older, in my mind, subscribing means you're paying for something, like subscribing to a magazine, subscribing to a newspaper. I don't know why YouTube says it's a subscribe, because it don't cost you a thing to subscribe to this channel or any other channel. Nothing. It don't cost you a thing. It is free. It's just a way of keeping tabs. And there's a spot where you click on notification. If you click on all, the little bell, it'll notify you whenever I post a video. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help the YouTube algorithm, especially since they just changed the rules again about channels with things that go boom. Well, they are motards. Bunch of little sissy motards at YouTube. Suck their thumbs and curl in the corner and piss all over themselves. Okay, before I go off on a rant about the motards at YouTube. So yes, please consider subscribing. Definitely hit a thumbs up. Definitely leave a comment. That helps out a lot. And spread the, and share this channel. What is that? Oh, I thought it was a snake skin. What is that? Alright, y'all freaking me out with your bags. I don't even want to know what that is. It's oozing. That's probably not good. There's a tree in the road. I'm watching for Tweety. I bet you Bigfoot done that. Okay. I know. Losing it. Today is June 7th. June 7th. And it is 92 degrees. 92 degrees. And yes, I do have a cooling vest on. And it's working pretty decent already. I like it. As long as you're moving, it's actually feeling pretty good. So all I did was soak it in the sink with some ice water for about 5 minutes. Wring it out. And man, it's actually definitely feel a difference. That's for sure. How long this will last, I don't know. But it's worth a try. Tweety. Tweety. Check out my Patreon since Tweety ain't out here. It don't look like it. Last time he caught me by surprise and he come flying behind me. Dang. It's hot. He might be in the shade. Saying, screw this, wait till morning to go hunting. Check out my Patreon, please. Please consider joining my Patreon. It's because of them that I can not go broke doing this silly thing. And all the money is spent on the channel, equipment, updates, stuff like that, travel expenses, you name it. It helps out a lot. It does. My Patreon are the most awesome people there is. If you want to increase your coolness by 10%, you need to join my Patreon. So now on to today's subject. I still, you know, this happened in the Wall of Mart. The Wall of Mart at the pharmacy, you know, area. And I truly thought for just a second there, I was actually ready to have to pull out my thing that goes boom. Excuse me while I whip this out. Yeah. I was kind of, well, just listen, don't do this stuff. If you open carry, use your noggin just a little bit. Well, the best way to explain it is back at the house. Yeah, I know the lighting sucks. I forgot to add this on YouTube. This is an educational video. Don't get your panties in a wad and have to run to your safe space, curl up the corner in the fetal position, suck your thumb, and piss all over yourself. It's an educational video. Calm down. Boom! Welcome to my driveway. The lighting is a lot better here. Yes, I know I need to mow. I've retired from mowing, so I had to get somebody to do it. Anyways, regardless. So this is what happened. I'm gonna have to set this up. We were standing at the pharmacy, me and my granddaughter, at the Walmart. We were standing in line, and there is a elderly woman in front of me. My granddaughter was just slightly to my right in front of me, and there was like 3 people behind me. At the counseling table counter, I don't know if you've ever had a pharmacist have to counsel you on medication or something. There was an issue apparently with some medication they couldn't get or something with their insurance and stuff, and the pharmacist was talking to a couple about it. The gentleman was standing there at the counter facing his wife, I presume is his wife, with his elbow on the counter, talking to the pharmacist. Things were a little exciting. They were upset that something wasn't working out right. He was open carrying with a xPaPaDx holster like I have on right here. xPaPaDx holster. Now, this is why I say don't do this, guys. Don't do this. If you're an open carry, number one, don't use a xPaPaDx holster. Anybody could pull that out. Come up behind you and pull that out. Anybody. So I always use level 2 or level 3. Anyways, regardless of that, we're standing there. I'm standing there in line. They're talking back. They're having the discussion at the pharmacist is with them, and he's got his elbow. I'm going to put it on the counter, his arm on the counter. And during the discussion, all of a sudden he does this. That set me off. That put me zoned in on him. I reached up and I took my granddaughter, of course, who's doing this, by the shoulder, and I guided her behind me. And she realized what was going on then. Not only did she realize what was going on, but the elderly woman in front of me turned and looked at me, and I'd done this for her to get behind me too. And she got behind me. And then all 3 people that were originally behind me all lined up behind me. Yeah. They knew what they were doing. So, he stood there doing this. I knew it was fidgety. I knew, afterwards that it was fidgety. It was just something habit. He'd do this, he'd talk for a little bit, and then he'd do this. Then he'd talk, and then he'd put his hand back here. But here's where it almost went bad. Okay? After a little bit of talking back and forth and doing this several times, he then did this. He popped the gun out of the holster a little bit. Just like that. And that put me to where I went ready to go. Ready to go. He just done this, but he didn't take it all the way out. Okay? And I'm standing there watching him, and 3 or 4 times again, he done this. Popped it out, and then put it back in. While he's talking, popped it out, and then put it back in like that. Exactly like that. Which had me covering and ready to go, just in case. Now, if there'd been a off-duty officer, or even an on-duty officer there, he might have had a gun pointed at him. That's close. That's really, really close. That's a thin line there, okay? I didn't pull my weapon out, but I was dang sure ready to. And like I said, I know it was just a fidgety habit that he had, a bad habit, because he stood there, like I said, at first doing this, talking, and then about the 3rd time he done this, he popped it out of place. I just, cut it, loose on the hold, and then he put it back in while he's talking. 3 or 4 times he done this, and the whole time I'm standing there ready to go, and everybody behind me is like ducking. I ain't kidding you. They're like getting behind me, and then they were done with their conversation, and he walked off. I didn't pull out my weapon, the thing that goes boom. Can't say that kind of stuff on YouTube, but I was very, very close. Very close. And I would have been justified. It looked like he was pulling his weapon out, but he didn't do it fully. So, don't do that silly shit. I know it's a, you know, when I was a cop, I would rest my arm on my weapon like this. You know, just silly things like that. But never grab your weapon unless you're about to have to use it. You know, I've been in sticky situations where I wasn't 100% what was going on, so I had my hand like this. But I was duty-fied law enforcement, acting in, you know, a law enforcement matter, and it was a little hairy. A couple times I've had a couple situations where I've had to do this, where I never did pull my gun out though, just in case kind of thing. And that's what I was doing at that pharmacy. So like I said in the comments, what do you think? Was the guy wrong for popping his gun out of the holster like this several times? He could have been, it could have, like I said, if it had been a on-duty officer or an off-duty officer, I'm still not, I still have my law enforcement license. I carry it in my wallet, known as a T-close in the state of Texas, but it's expired. It's, you know, but I just carry it just in case. And but like I said, an on-duty officer or even an off-duty officer might have pulled out a weapon here, just to make sure he wasn't going to do something stupid. Tell him to get his hands off his weapon, that kind of thing, because they're going to be ready. They're going to take every, you know, advantage that they can to be ready. So don't do that silly shit. Back to the motorcycle. So what do y'all think? Oh, gravel, all kind of gravel. Oh, I'm sliding everywhere. Wow. What is the deal? Why you put gravel in my road? Ugh. My gosh. But yeah, what do you think? Put it in the description down there. What do you think? Would you, if you were open carrying, or if you were in my situation, let's put it that way, would you have been ready? Because it definitely, to me, looked like this guy was about to pull his gun out. His thing that goes boom. There we go. Can't say the G word. And the conversation wasn't exactly that they were having, wasn't a low-key conversation. He was a little upset about the situation, and I was ready. My granddaughter knew I was ready, and all the people behind me knew I was ready. That's why they were behind me. But luckily, I didn't have to. Didn't have to do it. He was just being fidgety or something, but that is a bad way to be fidgety. I do stuff without thinking about it, you know. And probably you have too, you know, done something. Somebody goes, why'd you do that? Well, do what? What are you talking about? You just done this. Oh, really? Did I? Wow. You know, well, he'd done it, like, I kid you, 3 or 4 times. And popped his thing that goes boom out of the holster 3 or 4 times. It was in his hand. And, yeah. I was that close to ordering him on the ground, because I had no idea what he was about to do. Luckily, like I said, I stayed calm. I was ready, and nothing came of it, which is what we all want. So comment down below. Do you think I did wrong? I don't think I did wrong by being ready. You think I was thinking wrong, which I don't think so. I think I did right. I think I was thinking right. And all the people around me knew I was thinking right. More gravel. Oh, I like it out here. So, that's it, guys, for this video. Don't forget to share this video. It's a good educational video. Share this video. Comment on this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. Definitely all them things right there for sure. Don't forget to visit Forgotten Angels website and all that stuff down there. Get your raffle ticket. Sign up for harness if you'd like to do that. Check out Shay Lisa's channel, Shay Tree Surgeon's channel for the latest motorcycle giveaway. If you have served or if you're currently serving in the military, you're a firefighter, EMS, first responder, especially law enforcement, if you're in the healthcare industry, if you're a truck driver out there delivering the goods so we could have a good life, if you vote and stand up for your rights, you are awesome. Be safe out there and carry things that go boom. Ladies, flash a stranger today. Boom.